Hello and good morning everybody. I'm right now heading to Marburg and I will see you there. Turn on the lights. Hi everybody, as you might already know or as you might see, I'm in the office right now. That means I'm in Marburg and today, what am I going to do today? Project work in the morning or like until like 2 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock we have some oral exams with students who are finishing their studies and who have their final exams with us today. Usually the Pedagogics exams are the last ones for when they're like finishing. So that will be, I think, starting at 3 and the last one will be around 5. Usually we have like 15 minutes delay, but I hope I can catch my final train today. Okay, that's that. And what I actually wanted to show you, that's why I switched on the camera in the office, our new Universitätsbibliothek, so the central bibliothek or library, the Central University Library, is now almost finished. But let me turn the camera around so that you can see how nice our bibliothek is already, or our library is already looking right now. Doesn't that look good? It looks fantastic, right? And I can really imagine how a lot of students are going to lie down here on the green in summer. So, okay, you got a closer look on our new library, which is hopefully opening next year. I think it was summer, but that may be wrong. I will look it up later. Okay, now I have to start working, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So guys, I'm really sorry, but I totally forgot to turn off the camera during the oral exams. The camera, of course, was in my office and not in the office of the person we took the exams with. But that totally drained the battery and I wasn't able to record any more video on my way home. But now I'm finally home, and actually the oral exams today inspired me a little bit to maybe give some advice to people who are going to do oral exams in the future and who are actually doing that maybe in the field of pedagogics or something like that. So here are some tips what you can actually do to prepare yourself well. I think the most important thing about preparing for an exam is to... Okay, I have to do that again. Okay, the most important thing to prepare for an oral exam is actually to structure the topic you are dealing with. And I think a good way to structure is to imagine, okay, what would be the key aspects I should talk about, or maybe also write about in a written exam. What are the key aspects? And what always helped me is like to structure it in like the following. The first thing you want to be able to is that you maybe be able to define the key words or the key concepts, the key terms of what you're actually talking about. And with that, it's really important that you don't only know like one definition, but maybe like 2 or 3, and that you can actually differentiate, that you can actually say the difference between the definitions and the pros and cons. The second thing you want to be able to do is that you can say, okay, what is the historical context of what we are talking about? When did we first start talking about a certain topic or a certain concept? what was the time before, how did it develop, why did it develop, like historical context. I think the idea is clear. The third thing I think you want to do is you want to be able to say something about empirical data on a certain concept. So, for example, when you're talking about like burnout in the teaching profession, for example, you want to be able to say what empirical data is available on that topic, and you don't only want to say, okay, there's that and that empirical data that shows us the following, like which persons are the most affected by burnout, but you also want to say how they come to their conclusions. So you have to understand how they gathered their empirical data and how they come to their conclusions from that data. Okay, that was the third. The fourth thing is actually you want to be able to give examples, like real life examples. Where is that important, or maybe what are solutions for a certain problem if you have a problem-based topic. And the fifth is probably that you can transfer it to your own reality. Where is it very important for you? Where you can maybe adopt certain ideas which are gathered around a certain topic. So that would be the five different points for structuring your topic for an oral exam. And then of course it's like the typical stuff. Prepare, like give yourself some time to prepare, because it's a lot different things you actually have to look up. You have to search for the literature, mean it like digital content or in the books you are going to need. Sometimes the books aren't available, so you have to wait a certain amount of time until you actually can hold them in your hands and use them. So time is the essence. Prepare in advance. Don't do it on the last second. And then what I usually do, but that's like, okay, that's me, that's how I would do it. I would write essays on the topic. So if I know, like, in 2 weeks I have to do an exam, an oral or a written exam on a certain topic, I would gather the informations I need, and after that I would start writing essays, because that gives you the opportunity, like, to gather like a coherent idea of what you are going to tell or what you are going to write about. So yeah, maybe that's it for the moment, but maybe you have ideas yourself you want to share with me or with the others, so you could probably put them in the comments. And yeah, for today I think that's it too. I'm going to end the vlog now, not like forever, but for today. And okay, my visitors just left. There were like 2 small birds just sitting behind the camera, and I wanted to turn the camera around, but that was a little bit too much movement. Okay, I'm going to end the vlog for today, and I'm saying thank you for watching. Thank you for maybe sharing. And yeah, I hope you have a nice day, and see you with the next vlog, or